Andrew.
I can't believe we're finally back.
We did it. Are you going to do Bare Naked Ladies?
Oh, do you want me to?
Well, here's where I stand on it. I like it, but I do know that YouTube is a lot more
active,
scrutinous. Definitely a word. With like the first minute to two of videos. And then I think it's easier to sneak stuff in later. But I'm not against
playing devil's advocate.
Playing devil's advocate or being devil's advocate. Al Pacino?
Al Pacino.
No,
he was the devil.
Was the devil. Keanu was the advocate.
Keanu was the advocate.
I'm not against coming back strong after an absence with a Bare Naked Ladies parody entitled "If I Was a Child Rapist."
I don't want to jinx it, but I'm going to say it out loud.
Okay.
Episodes after we haven't seen each other and haven't recorded for a long time are usually quite good.
Yeah, we're definitely jinxing this one, though.
Maybe. We got lots of good stuff.
This one's going to be trash.
We got lots of good stuff.
This one, I already hate this one.
I wonder how...
I'm going to dump it.
Dump it. Scrub it clean. I wonder how many people even know who the Bare Naked Ladies are. They had a minor popularity.
They're
in the
mostly
US.
CanCon, but... Big Bang Theory theme.
Oh, fuck. As if I didn't already hate them.
They're trillionaires.
And then you brought that up. Well, not the one guy. Not Stephen Perry.
Look at you knowing names of Bare Naked Ladies.
Stephen Perry?
I don't know.
I think his name's Stephen. Well, he was.
No, that's Journey.
No, that's Steve Perry.
You can't have two Steve Perrys in music.
Stephen Page is his name. And he got kicked out of the band because he was addicted to Coke. You don't remember that?
I do, now that you say it.
Big controversy in Canada.
That's such a dumb Canadian thing.
I know.
Oh, a rock musician being addicted to
a folk singer.
I don't know what
who specializes in retards because only retards like their music.
They walk a weird line of like novelty, folk pop.
Well, only a couple of their songs. Some of the songs are pretty novelty, but there's a couple that are like they're popular ones that were like regular songs.
Yeah, they had both.
They have one song that I do actually like.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Oh, interesting. So it's not It's Been.
It is not It's Been, and it's not If I Was a Child Rapist.
Well, I'd kill that kid.
It's called The Wizard.
The Wizard.
It's like a way less popular, like deep dive, like a B-side.
That one's not for our American friends. They would not be familiar.
No, not at all.
In fact, our Canadian friends.
Yeah, that might not even be for most of the Canadians. I couldn't tell you what album it was on, but it was like one of the NHL games from EA Sports. It was like the intro music or something, and I was like, okay, this isn't bad because it's not like super goofy sounding. It's just like a regular song.
Shoebox. Familiar with Shoebox?
One of the original ones.
Yeah. That was
like maybe first album.
Yeah.
The Old Apartment is okay.
Old Apartment is okay. Little later, probably 01 or 2. That was fun. And
that one's okay.
Did they do something cool with the music? Was the music video just made up of past music videos or something?
Oh. Yeah, I think they dubbed over the mouth.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think
they did something interesting.
Yeah.
And
they did one of the only Christmas songs that I enjoy. They did a version of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen with Sarah McLachlan.
Very Canadian.
And
that is a very Canadian endeavor right there.
People may know Sarah McLachlan as the lady who sings the sad song over
with the puppies.
With the SPCA and when you see all those dead, dying dogs that no one saves, and there's a lady singing,
my penis. In the arms of my penis.
Your
penis
that the song? Has arms?
Yeah, it's anthropomorphic.
If I was a child rapist, if I was a child rapist, I'd get away with it pretty quick, because I come in like 3 seconds. Isn't that sad? I always hated that song. because
that one's pretty novel.
Because of the stupid, like, when they're like being like silly geese and they're like, oh, we Dijon ketchup. I was like, I would love to stomp on your throats until you can't breathe. And I was like a kid. Yeah. And I was like, fuck these guys. And it was on like the it wasn't the do you remember there was like a series of compilation CDs that were Canadian?
Yeah.
What were they called? It wasn't the Now.
It wasn't.
Now was a separate thing.
Was it Big Shiny Tunes?
It wasn't Big Shiny Tunes. It was just like exclusively
just
Canadian artists. And my dad had like, it was like a box set of like 5 CDs.
Huh.
I don't remember what it was called.
That I'm not sure.
And my dad used to play that song all the time because my sister liked it because she's retarded. And fuck, I'm not going to remember it. And it's also really hard to hold a microphone and Google search.
It's tough.
Let's see if I can.
Might I suggest a desk that you can put the mic on and then use a full desktop computer?
Well, give me a goddamn desk.
Look,
let's put another desk in here.
Look, if people send us a little bit of money
for a desk,
maybe we'll get you a desktop.
Okay,
we'll do a 2-computer setup.
No, not compilation. Thank you.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind a compilation. And if people want to send us a little bit of money while Drew's looking up random Canadian compilation DVDs or CDs,
DVDs,
compact disc,
digital versatile
disc. Who's to say? Go ahead and send it to. Wait for it. I know you're excited that you found something, and I'm excited to hear if I've heard of it or not. But go ahead and send it to paypal.me/notscotthenson. Also, it's been a minute since we've seen each other, and we both noticed that neither of us have the surgery yet. So get on it financially. Paypal.me/notscotthenson.
Who are we?
Oh, I'm Scott. And you?
I'm Drew.
Where can people find you?
At Sarah and Topos.
You can find me at Not Scott Henson. Not unlike the PayPal. And 7 minutes in, welcome to the worst year of our lives, which
frequently known as
the news.
It was, in fact, a compilation album.
Tell me about it.
Of Juno-nominated.
Oh boy.
Artists that was called "Oh What a Feeling."
That rings a small bell. I did not own it.
Do you recognize the album cover?
I think I recognize the album cover.
It was like a red one, a green one, and a purple one, or whatever.
Didn't own it, but have heard of it.
It was for you know what it was? It was for the 25th anniversary of the Junos. That's what it was.
Nice. So what are we talking? Around 2000?
No, I think it might have been earlier than that. It might have
1974?
been 1996.
Okay.
There was Scott, wouldn't you like to know?
Wouldn't I like to know?
The news I just discovered on this CanCon edition of the worst year of our life.
Is this breaking the news?
That's right. I called it the wrong thing.
Yeah, you do.
On purpose, because there was a dummy that called it that once.
That's true.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry, do you have breaking the news
breaking
for us?
The news. There was a 1996 release of 4 discs. A 2001 release of 4 discs
for the 30th anniversary,
and a 2006 release of
for the 35th anniversary. Now, are you going to read the track listing for all of those?
That's a different band than I thought. No, I don't need to read them all. I mean, it's not even necessarily Canadian, all Canadian. It was just bands that were nominated for Junos.
Yes. P.S. Junos are Canadian Grammys, and nobody cares.
You know what? Maybe it is all Canadian.
I mean, you'd think it would be, given that's the gimmick for the...
Yeah, but I mean, international artists get nominated for Junos.
But if you're making like a compilation...
The Guess Who, Steppenwolf, Trooper, Chilliwack, Triumph.
Nice.
Burton Cummings on his own.
Very nice. Triumph, a.k.a. Other Rush.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Taker Care of Business.
That's all on the first disc. Second disc, Rush, Loverboy, Bryan Adams, Corey Hart, the Payolas,
a lot of hits.
The Jeff Healey Band. Here's some deep cut Canadian artists.
Yeah.
Colin James.
Yes.
Kim Mitchell.
Yeah.
Honeymoon Suite.
Yes.
Glass Tiger.
Oh, yeah, they are Canadian.
Bare Ladies, If I Had $1 Million, Go Kill Yourself. Tom Cochrane. Moist.
Very
Push.
Nice.
Alanis Morissette. The Tragically Hip.
I'm confusing. Is there also a Push by Matchbox 20?
Yes.
Okay. I've got that one on my head.
Moist
I know Push by Moist, but I can't.
David Usher?
It's David Usher. I can't lock in on the song, though. There was Push, there was Breathe.
Yeah, I can...
Yes! Yeah. Push just a little too... Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm back.
Disc 3's got Anne Murray, another Guess Who.
Anne Murray, who wrote a lot of songs you don't know she wrote. The only one that comes to mind is Daydream Believer. But
really?
Yeah. But she wrote a ton of shit.
And she didn't write any of her own songs.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, it's very strange. The song on this
I think someone tricked her into, like, getting all of her written songs from her, and then she just had to, like, do other people's songs.
Yeah. Or she used all of her creativity writing other people's sons, and when it came time for her, she was like, fuck.
She's a music writing altruist. It's all for other people. Yeah. She never thinks of herself.
No, yeah.
She's too good for this world.
The song on this is Snowbird, which is a very good song.
Yes. Is she dead? I'm going to say no.
I don't think so. I think she's alive.
I feel like she's alive.
She's alive. Yeah, she's
doing well.
Is she healthy? 77.
Okay, so she's not ancient.
Nope, not at all. Then you got...
is she happily married?
April Wine.
Yes.
You got Blood, Sweat, and Tears. They're Canadian? No, they're New York.
I was
don't know. See, that's why I said it's not all...
Okay. Fair enough.
Then you got Leonard Cohen. You got... That's it. Oh, my God. Disc 4, Celine Dion. Good stuff. Jan Arden. Katie Lang. The Rankin Family.
All the hits.
Gordon Lightfoot, of course. Neil Young. Another Anne Murray. You Needed Me. Also a great song. Rita McNeil. Do you remember Rita McNeil?
Big Fat Bitch.
Big Fat Bitch was on one episode of Trailer Park Boys.
Yep.
How about Blue Rodeo?
Of course.
The Crash Test Dummies.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Damn, I wonder how many of these non-Canadians have even heard of.
I would say very little. Like the big ones, like Rush, Gordon Lightfoot, maybe Anne Murray. Tragically Hip, some people.
If you're a child of the 90s, Crash Test Dummies. Yeah. Or were they an American one that snuck their way on?
They're an American one that snuck their way on. Then I was thinking, like, I wonder what the 2006 one has that's any different. Like, did they throw on, like, an Avril Lavigne or a Nickelback?
I'm going to say yes to both of those.
Well, so far it's kind of all the same stuff. Oh, Nickelback, How You Remind Me. Finger 11, One Thing. Default, Wasting My Time. Our Lady Peace, Innocent. Simple Plan, Perfect. Some 41 Pieces, Billy Talent, Try Honesty.
Okay, I want...
Sloan, If It Feels Good, Do It.
I legitimately want this album.
Buck 65, Wicked and Weird. I love that song. Theory of a Dead Man, Nothing Could Come Between Us. Hawksley Workman.
Ooh.
Alexis on Fire, Matthew Goodband, Sam Roberts, Treble Charger, Feist. The Tragic Hip again. Avril Lavigne. Oh my God. Chad Kroger and Josie Scott Hero.
Oh yeah.
Bare Naked Ladies. Pinch Me.
I forgot that Hero wasn't full Nickelback.
Nope, just Chad. Chaos. Life Tato. Jack Soul. Can't Stop. Good song.
Yep.
What do you got here? Swollen Members.
And you thought we weren't gonna do all the tracks.
just David Usher by himself.
What would that be?
So I like the song. I think it's a good song. 2000.
Yeah. Wow. God, I should know it. What is it?
Black Heart.
Yeah. Black. Huh.
Yeah.
He's very mysterious sounding.
He's very mysterious sounding. Diana Krall, Barf. My favorite, Michael Bublé.
Nice.
Ham Bubbly.
Ham and Bubbly.
Seriously, we mentioned this last time. If you haven't looked that up, fucking do it.
It's important.
Ham Bubbly, SNL. That's the only way to understand this podcast. There are hidden messages in that skit that exclusively will show you what this podcast is all about.
It's very important that you watch the John Hamm and Michael Bublé episode of SNL. And if you give me 1 second, I'll tell you. It is season 35, episode 13. Which would put us at about 2010, I think. January 30th, 2010.
There you go. One of the best episodes.
You should watch it.
Just for that skit.
It's important to us that you watch it.
It is.
Okay?
It will help you understand everything that this podcast is about, which is about bringing the troops home.
Yes.
Except for they've been home for a while.
Yeah. Well, it's the ones left, not the 98% of them that died due to friendly fire.
Yes.
But we got the last two. Now, it's at this point in the podcast where we question whether it was a good idea to have AEW Grand Slam on live in the background on mute as we do this. So far, I'm going to say yes.
Oh, Athena's got a...
Is she a dog?
No, she's a
dinosaur?
She's a fucking Cubone.
Oh, she's a Cubone.
A black Cubone.
Can you... Cubone sounds like it could be racist.
Yeah.
Just like a weird old-timey...
Yeah.
Like, you can't even, like, work out the etymology. I was like, well, it's just racist.
Yeah. Because if you shake them, their faces turn into answers. I don't know. Cue ball. That's what I got. Well, speaking of big dumpers. Oh, I don't like short hair. I think I'm off the Tony Storm bandwagon.
So is Tyler Bate in favor of trans women. Shout out to British wrestling superstar Tyler Bate, who dumped his pretty good-looking Australian girlfriend,
big dumper,
Tony Storm, with a big dumper in favor of them T-girls.
T-girls. Oh, what did I... Fuck, I had a really funny joke I thought of a couple days ago. It's gone now. Something about mental health. I was going to say something really inappropriate, and then...
something wildly transphobic?
Not transphobic, just mean.
Oh, mean's okay.
I can't remember what it was.
We can do mean.
Anyways, I don't need to watch bitches wrestle because they're bad. But yeah, anywho, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Been a while. Did you go somewhere?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I went on an excursion.
I like that I'm like giving you setup softballs, like late night talk show style. Like, oh, Drew, I understand you went for a hot air balloon.
Nope.
I understand you got engaged recently.
Never been. Yeah, I went to a country that is number 3 in the world for sex tourism. I learned that when I was
really.
There. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say...
Scott, all the poor parts.
Yeah, I guess I thought you were going to say, like, murders per capita, drug running.
Some.
Human trafficking.
Some.
That I can all see.
I don't want to spend too much time on this podcast going over every single fucking detail because it'll be a long-ass podcast. I just wanted to mention...
But there were murders and drug running in addition to the sex tourism.
100%. Yeah. I just wanted to mention the brief, like, very insane or funny things that happened.
Yeah.
I went to Colombia. And I was there for 2 weeks.
British Columbia?
British Columbia, spelled with an O. Colombia.
British Columbia.
I would say, like, every second woman had a Brazilian butt lift. No joke.
That's
giant asses everywhere.
That's a high percentage.
Every third woman had giant fake tits.
Are they cheap there?
Yeah, oh yeah. Colombia is like the second biggest country in the world as far as plastic surgery goes. It's like relatively affordable and everybody gets it. It's that and Iran, but that's because they're so close to Dubai, and Dubai has all of the like #1 plastic surgeons in the world.
I can see that.
But yeah, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to say. One of the wild things that happened was that at every single gas station, there is
a petrol station for our British listeners.
Or our Aussie friends.
We don't have any Aussie friends.
Oh, yeah, that's true. There is a guy, an armored guard, who has like a pump action double barrel shotgun and full bulletproof tactical gear at every fucking gas station. Because everybody
steals gas?
Everybody pays with cash. Nobody uses card. So the gas station has tons of cash on hand at all times. So they have these guys. We pulled into a gas station to refill the rental car, and there was just
there's a gunman.
There was a 5'5" black man with a security like uniform on, with the biggest gun I've ever seen in my life. And I just like couldn't believe it. And then we went to a different place, and there was another guy wearing the same thing. And every place has a security guard. Like they all have security.
Yeah.
And every security guard is carrying a sidearm.
Huh.
Like, whereas here, they're not even allowed to carry tasers anymore because somebody almost killed a foreign man in an airport, and now we can't carry them.
I mean, that that one was...
I'll give you $1 million if you can tell me what his name was.
I can't tell you his name.
Okay.
Was Paul in the mix?
$6 if you can tell me what his nationality was.
Polish?
I honestly don't remember.
I think he was Eastern European.
Let's do 3 and call it even. $3 down the middle. But yeah, like
he got tased so many times,
like in the heart, like in the chest, like they were trying to kill him.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't like thigh meat or like back or something. It was like right in the heart.
Yeah, they were trying to Steve Irwin him.
Yeah,
like the killing. Oh, they did kill him.
Oh, with the taser.
Yeah, that's why we don't get.
What was his name?
Robert Dzikansky. So I'm feeling pretty good about Poland all of a sudden.
Could be Lithuania.
No. A Polish immigrant to Canada. $6, little man. Put that shit in my hand. Nice. Died at the scene from a heart attack induced by 12 billion volts coursing
in YVR,
through his heart. What's that?
At YVR?
At YVR.
Yeah. Cool airport. Okay.
Cool airport.
I want to get through this quickly because we got so many other things to do, including tasting 2,
I guess we got a lot of food.
6, 8 snacks and a drink.
Now, are you doing this because you're concerned about time or because you're hungry?
I'm very hungry.
Okay.
I'm very snacky. And I would like to snack on some pizza paws. So, guns everywhere.
Listeners, you heard that right. He said pizza paws.
Pizza paws.
More to come.
Guns everywhere, fake boobs, fake butts.
Great. Something of an island paradise.
The only place I've ever been where taxi drivers actively want to pick you up and get you directly to your location as fast as possible.
Well, that's
like
odd.
Every taxi driver honks, flashes their lights because they want to pick you up.
Yeah.
And then they don't take the oh, oops, I missed my right turn. I guess we're going 5
went across
miles.
the border.
Yeah. Like, oh, oops, we're in Panama now. Because like
Van Halen starts playing.
That was the original Senor Cerveza theme.
Yes, it was.
That and then Tweaker and the Monkey Man, but the cover, by
Bare Naked Lady.
By Bare Naked Lady.
I'm sorry. I have to go back.
Headley?
Headstrong. I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. Trapped.
Who sings the? I don't know. Canadian version of that I use as a theme song.
I don't know. It was probably on one of your Juno compilations.
It was on the Juno compilation.
I was going to say the one, my real guilty pleasure Bare Naked Ladies song is Postcards. Are you familiar with Postcards?
I'm not.
It's about someone who keeps sending him postcards exclusively with chimpanzees on them.
That's the song?
That's the song.
Huh.
Yeah. And it's the weirdest novelty song, and I kind of like it.
I guess we'll have to listen to it after we record.
Yeah, it's like, let's be clear. It's very stupid.
It's by the Headstones.
Headstones. Yeah.
That is a novelty song that I really like. Tweaker and the Monkey Man. Do you know who sings the original?
Bob Dylan.
Nope.
Billy Joel.
No.
Lightning Hopkins, old blues man.
The Traveling Wilburys. Now name all the members of the Traveling Wilburys.
Roy Orbison.
That's one.
Paul McCartney. George Harrison.
The good one.
The good one. I'm George Harrison. My brain's made out of pudding.
I think there's only one other big name.
Yeah.
member.
Who's the other? I'm not going to think of it.
Bob Dylan was in there.
Fuck you.
But you said Bob Dylan as if it was just Bob Dylan. Tom Petty.
Yeah.
And Jeff Lynne from ELO.
ELO. Yeah, that's the one I wouldn't have got.
Anyways. Guns, what did I say? Taxis want to pick you up and take places.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're at dinner at like a fancy restaurant on the last night that we're in Cartagena, and there is a 75-year-old white guy sitting at a table across, like a little bit away from us. He is facing me.
Is he sex touristing?
He's sitting with a very dark-skinned woman.
Okay.
So
probably not the same age as
obviously a local. I can't see her face. Okay. I can only see the back of her, but she's wearing like a nice dress. Her hair is like dark black. And
a betting man would probably not guess she's also 75?
Correct.
Okay.
I could not take my eyes off their table the entire meal. I was so absorbed by the fact that this man, who I can only describe like had cerebral palsy, Bell's palsy, anal contusions, like the guy was decrepit.
Okay,
like he didn't have a neck.
Oh yeah, those are optional.
He was like hunched over. One shoulder was higher than the other, and he was like, very like incapable of living on his own. So then I was like, maybe it's his nurse.
Okay.
But she was dressed very nice. And they're drinking wine and they're eating. And I realized that there was like very little conversation going on between the two.
Okay.
So then I said,
this might not be a social
Well,
visit.
I'm like, is that a common thing? I'm like, yeah. Lots of old white men will like find a local girl. And even though she's not necessarily an escort, like she's not advertising that she's an escort, but they will like approach poorer women and say like, they'll try to pretty women them.
You're a whore now.
Yeah, like if you come with me, I will take care of you. I will buy you nice things. P.S. You have to suck my limp penis because I'm too old to get a boner.
Obviously.
And then I'm going to have to like, I probably smell like Clint Eastwood in The Mule. No deodorant, haven't bathed in days, bad coffee breath.
It's called natural musk.
Natural musk. And we're going to, you're going to have to sleep with me.
Sure.
So I can't stop staring. And like the fact that there is no conversation going on between the two is very, oh, look, somebody's bleeding from the nose again.
Ladies, could you have one match where you don't break someone's nose?
Oh no. That's Jamie Hayter?
Yes?
Yeah?
What? Stop.
Oh, she lost her earring!
Hitting each other in the nose.
Okay, whatever. Is this match over? Women suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still AEW Women's Champion, Toni Storm. But not Tyler Bates' girlfriend.
Yeah. Juice Robinson's girlfriend.
That's right.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Oh, look, you're bleeding again because you're bad at wrestling. Okay. We really shouldn't have put this on.
No, it's fun. I like it.
Anyways, so
it's like they're here watching with us. This is like we're crushing the friendship simulator right now.
Yes.
We're doing great.
The only other thing that I thought was kind of funny was that every shop there outside of like the main tourist area, the sign on the building will like just straight up say what it is. So like snacks and cigarettes. That's the name of the store.
Yeah, like if you looked it up in the yellow pages, it's under snacks and cigarettes.
Yeah, or like market.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Q's Market. Yeah, it's just market.
Yeah,
like they don't bother branding things.
We're not fancy. We look you right in the eye when we shake your hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the middle of the tourist area, which is this old fortress that they've renovated, they've just like turned all the buildings into hotels, restaurants, blah blah blah. And you're like,
hey Drew, I hate to derail. A Pretty Lady just debuted.
Huh? Is she legally cleared to wrestle?
Not a chance.
You know what?
She's better than she was.
She doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I don't know what happened that one day. This is Paige / Soraya Knight Jr.
I guess.
Do they do girl juniors?
Yeah. I literally I was trying to think of something.
I have zero examples.
I have zero examples. Yeah. So in the middle of all this, with all these fancy like individual restaurants that are like unique and to the city, KFC. Just one KFC. Sure. But it's not even like there's no sign or bill. Like it's just a regular looking like every other place.
Okay.
And it just has a little tiny sign that comes out that says Kentucky Fried Chicken. And it was packed.
Huh.
Like exploding out the doors like my butt when I had it a few days later. It was just full of people.
Huh.
And not all black people. It was a multicultural event.
A real melting pot.
A real melting pot. But also, I was hoping that it was just American tourists who were like afraid to try the local cuisine. And they're like,
I don't want empanadas.
Thank God there's a KFC. How else would I have lived here? Yeah.
Also, great news, tourists. All the food in Colombia is fried. You'll be fine.
And also, it's all like locally sourced and doesn't get imported, so it's all fresh.
Yeah.
Everything. Anyways, it's nice to record again because I feel like when we record after long periods of time, it's very good. So,
except this one.
What do we got? We got a lot going on here. We got a lot of snacks. We got to do our Twitter creep of the week. We got some news.
Ever?
I'm hungry, so we're gonna bust into these Cheetos pizza paws. Although it's paws pizza.
Really?
It says Cheetos.
Oh, because it's Cheetos paws and the flavor is pizza.
Or pâtés as French for paws, I guess.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I hate this fucking country.
It's one of the worst countries.
Anyways, I wonder if I hope these are good. And if they're not good, I'm still going to eat the whole fucking bag.
Because you're hungry. That's fair.
Oh. Well, my first reaction is that they're like the puffs, not the crunchies.
Gotcha.
And that's a hard one for me to get past. I don't like the fluffy ones. I like the crunchy ones.
I'm sorry. You don't... Are you going on record right now saying you don't like fluffy paws?
I don't like fluffy Cheetos.
I don't know. I feel like that could be taken in a very bad way.
They do smell like pizza. But like that artificial pizza.
Yeah.
Like it's probably the same pizza flavor as like Pringles.
Yeah, it's tomato heavy. They're fine.
I like them.
Yep. There's tomato and cheese in the mix.
Yep. Yeah, it's a cheese pizza.
CP?
It's a CP.
Nice.
I don't mind them.
You down for some CP?
The second choice is Canadian exclusive.
Ooh.
Ruffles. Which anyone who's ever traveled here might see that Ruffles does a very good all-dressed.
If you like that sort of thing.
If you like that sort of thing, which not everyone does.
I don't.
This...
Also, but let's not get... For those who get all excited about all dressed, stop it. It is just a combination of barbecue and salt and vinegar. That's all it is.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't mind it.
I mind it.
I'm going on record. This is Ruffles KFC original recipe chicken.
It's interesting. I'll certainly try it. I will say, I don't think KFC original recipe, the actual chicken, is that good. Like, I never order it. I get the extra spicy, extra crispy, whatever the fuck. What's it smell like? And also, I feel like this could be too mild a flavor. Even though it is, of course, 11 herbs and spices.
It doesn't really smell like KFC, but it does smell like chicken.
Okay. I'll allow it. Let's have a Ruffles is a ridged potato chip. Okay, there is smell to it for sure. Okay.
You know what? I kind of like it.
Okay.
I kind of like it.
That's decent actually.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's got a good flavor to it. It's not overpowering. It doesn't taste too fake.
Yeah, and it's not too mild. Like there definitely is flavor.
Well, Ruffles Canada, good job.
Not bad. I will eat more of both of these.
Frito-Lays?
You've done okay so far. I can't wait for you to stumble.
Why?
Because I like to take you down a peg.
What am I going to stumble on?
I don't know, but eventually something here is going to be bad, and I'm gonna really give you the business.
Would you like to do the third chip, or would you like to move on to something else?
Let's do all the chips and keep the crunching at least localized to a smaller portion of the podcast.
So the final one I brought all the way from Colombia.
Ooh.
It is the Margarita, which is the South American version of Lay's, which they pronounce lice.
What?
Yeah, lice is how it's pronounced.
Do they, follow-up question about Colombia. Do they have schools there?
I think that's all of South America. I don't think it's just Colombia.
Okay, broader question. Do they have schools there?
Not all of them.
Fair enough.
This
also Lay's to our North American fans and Walkers to our yes,
I didn't know that.
Our British fans.
This is
not Australian, although that's probably Walkers there
because we had no friends there. This is Sensaciones.
Ooh, that means it's a fancy kind of
and it's
Lay's
pollo teriyaki polo.
I like it. So it's
pollo teriyaki
polo. So it's teriyaki that you spilled on your golf shirt.
Yeah.
Or
at the whites only golf club that you attend.
Nobody needs to know about that. It's exclusive. Or is it teriyaki horse polo?
Ah.
How are we smelling? We smelling teriyaki?
Interesting.
Now we've had numerous experiences with various Lay's flavors in Canada that are almost always disappointing. But let's see how our south of the equator friends have dealt with it. What are your feelings?
I like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like it.
That's not bad at all. You got a bit of that teriyaki sweetness.
Yeah. And like a subtle chicken taste, which is nice. I don't want like an overpowering chicken taste.
Mm-hmm. Oh. You know, so far so good. You're doing okay.
Okay.
You're doing okay. I'll tell you what, but oh man, the second you slip 1 inch, I'm gonna fucking be there.
All right, well, let's do the Manimotos because that's crunchy. Also Frito-Lay.
They're everywhere.
They're nuts, seasoned nuts.
But from the picture, it looks like there's like an artificial shell around the nut, some sort of coating.
You're an artificial shell of yourself.
Pardon me.
Okay, I've had these. Mm-hmm. I like them.
They're good.
Yeah. So take a little snacky.
Are they just salty? Is there a sweetness element? What do we got here? Okay. Those are real crunchy.
It's like nut over nut.
I was gonna say, what?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
It's like they visually. It's like they put a peanut inside a macadamia.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the ingredients and figure this shit out. Ingredientes: mani, harina de trigo fortificada, hierro, niacina, tiamina, riboflavina y ácido fólico, azúcar, sal, proteína vegetal hidrolizada, potenciador de sabor, glutamato monosódico, potenciador de sabor, y BHT. I actually don't know how to do any letters in Spanish. Antioxidante. I can read everything else fine. Yeah, that helped less than I thought it would.
But do you like them?
Yeah, they're solid.
All right. 4 for 4. Are you allergic to anything?
Nuts.
Uh-oh. Bad news.
I'm mildly allergic to like the cabbage endive family.
Oh.
It like raw, though cooked, whatever. Not that I really like them, so I don't have them anyway. But the raw ones like make my like the inside of my mouth break out a little bit. Yeah, and that's about it allergy wise. Besides a severe allergy to peanuts.
Mm-hmm. Well, good thing.
Yeah,
I won't feed you peanuts. Okay, we got several other things to try.
Good. I was worried we'd be running out.
We got coconut cookies. We got...
Let's do those. And I don't care for coconut, but I won't count this as a slip by you, because they might be good for coconut cookies. But I'm not particularly a coconut fan.
I actually haven't had these, so I don't know if they're good or not.
You'll be a better judge of if they're actually good for what they are.
Ooh, they smell delicious.
Because I might not like them
They
either.
smell amazing. I like coconut stuff, as long as it's not, like, overpowering, but it smells real good to me.
Yeah, I just don't really like coconut. I'm going to eat this whole thing, though.
But they are nice cookies.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like butter cookies.
Yeah.
But coconut.
The texture is good.
Secretly, I'm really happy you didn't like them, because I only bought that one package, and I was hoping...
They're all yours.
No.
You're good.
End of the podcast, people, because I'm just going to be eating cookies. With more cookies?
Let's do the other cookies.
Now, this was a Scott pickup, not a Drew pickup.
This was an Eve gift. This was not a Scott pickup.
Well, you picked it up.
I did pick it up from Eve, I suppose.
Pumpkin spice flavor cream Oreos.
Eve, a white woman, who appears to think we are also white women.
Yeah, I do have a white woman's Instagram.
True.
I do not like pumpkin spice.
I'm fine with it.
So I'm sure I'm not going to like these, but I will eat one.
Yes, the same as me and the coconut. Maybe this will turn you around.
Oh, why doesn't it have the fucking... the peel-off front?
Maybe that's a Canadian exclusive. Maybe Americans don't deserve peel-off Oreos.
Idiots. Now they're just going to go bad because there's no reseal on them.
Well, to be fair, we're probably only eating one each anyway. So if they go bad, they go bad.
That's a strong smell. That is a strong smell for something I don't like.
Pungent. Okay, so the cream is straight up orange. They've really gone for the pumpkin. Oh yeah, it is. It does smell strongly of those things.
You know what? It's okay. I don't hate it.
It's proper Oreo texture.
Yeah.
I'm always thrown off by the non-chocolate Oreo cookies. It just it looks wrong.
What I don't like about pumpkin, other than the fact that it's a squash and squash isn't dessert,
fair,
is when they put too much spice in the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Like, if it's going to be cinnamon, then just make it cinnamon. Don't put pumpkin in it.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually pretty smooth tasting.
Yeah,
it's not
not bad actually.
Yeah, I might actually have another one.
I might too.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm gonna have a second.
You're gonna have another one right now. Yeah, those are pretty solid. I think
we're down to 3.
I love that we still have 3 things
and a drink.
We're crushing it.
Okay. Gummies, weird Japanese things, or our soda.
I'm super confident that gummies are going to be good. So let's roll the dice with the Japanese thing.
Okay. Now, I got these a while ago, and I think I mentioned them on the podcast, and then we forgot to try them. Whoa.
So so these are high chews.
High chews.
But weird flavors of high chews.
Oh my god.
My lungs are full of Oreo.
Apparently the Japanese don't want me to get into their candy because I ripped it to open it and it did nothing.
I see. I have a scissor, which is a thing my grandma used to say unironically. She did not say scissors. She said a scissor.
Because one pair? Because one scissor?
This apparatus is
scissors.
A scissor.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's zero English writing on the bag.
Other than Haichu.
And which
Morinaga. Morinaga.
Sorry, let's look at that. Morinaga. That Morinaga.
Yep.
What if
it's fish bulb?
What if we rearrange the letters in Morinaga? And it was like Mo, and then what letters are we left with? Anyway,
N-I-G... Uh-oh.
Haichu.
I just got it.
Morinaga. Haichu. Food. Okay, good. Thanks for that. Tell me about Morinaga.
Well, Morinaga is the company, right?
Is it?
I think. And Haichu is the type of candy? Or is Haichu the type of candy and Morinaga is like the parent company?
Or I thought Morinaga would be telling us some sort of clue as to what kind of Haichu. Oh no, it's the Haichu is a Japanese fruit candy sold by Morinaga and Company. So
it's
that tells us nothing about the flavor. So as per the pictures, it looks like green grape, some sort of citrus, and cantaloupe, we think?
Maybe. Yeah, cantaloupe or like some other kind of melon. So there's one of each for both of us.
I do not like melon.
Well, too bad.
So I'm going to eat that first.
I'm also gonna
So
eat that
is
first.
that the orange? We got orange, yellow, green. Does the
orange is the melon.
Yeah, does the citrus look like lemon? Does it look in that?
Oh, sorry, no. Green is the melon.
Oh. I thought green would be the
Yellow
grape.
is the grape.
Oh, what the fuck?
And orange is the
lemon?
The lemon?
that is a terrible way to handle that. Although maybe it's not lemon. Maybe it's some kind
It
of
might be orange. It might just straight up be orange.
Okay, so let's get the green out of the way.
Okay. I'm going to do the yellow.
Yeah, I don't like the smell of this.
Oh, he's throwing up, ladies and gentlemen. He is throwing up.
Yeah.
First he shit his pants because he vaped too hard. Now he's barfing because of melon.
That. No one can prove that. Yeah, I don't like it. It's melon. I don't like it. Pass. I'm out. Drew, you're fired.
Green grape.
Don't care for it.
Doesn't really taste like grape, I don't think.
Maybe that was also a red herring to throw us off. So, and that's the yellow?
That was the yellow.
Oh, I like the taste. It might be green grape.
Yeah?
It's almost toward lychee, but I don't think it is. It's good. I like that.
Maybe what you're tasting is just the residuals of Nagasaki.
Oh, that's what that is.
Their grapes taste like nuclear fallout.
I like it.
Me too. Just didn't taste very grape to me. But I couldn't tell you what it tasted like, so...
Yeah, I also can't put my finger on what it is. I don't know... It's definitely not like purple grapey.
No. It's no grape crush.
No. It's definitely not that flavor. But...
Ooh. It is cantaloupe. And I like it.
I don't. And have you done the citrusy one or not?
Yep.
What is it? Orange? Lemon?
Orange. I like it.
Let's see. Oh, that's good. It's not just basic ass like orange candy flavoring.
Yeah.
It's sharper.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. The non-cantaloupe, both great.
I'm having another cantaloupe.
You can have all the goddamn cantaloupes you want, pal. Me and those are through. If you can get into it. With your dumb fluffy paws.
They're good for thieving.
That's true.
Oh. Delicious. All right.
Not a melon guy. Not a single melon I like. Yes, that's right. Including water.
I don't like water that much.
Oh, no?
I don't like water that much.
People get mad at me for not liking
honeydew is
watermelon.
meh. You hate honeydew. You think it's like sand.
I don't know if that's a sentence I've said, but I don't care for honeydew.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think I've said it's like sand.
I like a ripe cantaloupe, but not an underripe. Those are shit.
Okay.
Kiss melon's pretty good. There's Santa Claus melons that are pretty good. Listen to the guy who works in produce.
Guy showing off.
I'll
tell you what I like. Fucking yellow dragon fruit.
Yellow dragon fruit.
Hey. Y'all eating red dragon fruits out there? You're fucking suckers.
Yeah.
That's a trash fruit. It looks awesome.
It looks great.
Tastes like nothing. It tastes like literally nothing.
Yeah, it tastes like water.
If you want something to taste like a dragon fruit is supposed to taste, like any dragon fruit flavored something tastes, yellow dragon fruit.
Yellow dragon fruit.
Delicious.
Yeah, they're amazing. All right.
Yeah, it's like the inside of a red dragon fruit is like stem cells. Like they haven't like figured out what they're gonna be yet, and it's just this like void.
Yeah. Well, there's white inside and red inside.
I haven't had the red inside.
Ones. The red one's a little bit more tasteful, but it's still not yellow. But yellow's gold. Golden ones are the best.
Yeah, like red outside, yellow inside. Don't waste your fucking time. Yeah. Don't pay like the $6 that the dragon fruit costs,
or like $8 if you are shopping at Whole Foods.
Sure.
$8. That's $8 Canadian, which is I don't know, three American,
which is like exactly $6, which is what I said.
Yeah, I guess.
Speaking of $6, you still owe me $6.
That's true.
Don't think I forgot that. Even though you blew your life savings in Colombia.
Yeah. Now I got another fun Colombian snacky made by Trolley.
And they're
Gomitas.
They exist outside of.
Yep.
I've seen Trolley gummies here.
These are Mordiscos. Spelled Mordiscos.
Mordiscos.
They're sharks.
Trolley.
But that's not what shark is in Spanish.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't sound.
That's tiburon.
Like, oh yeah, the Hyundai vehicle.
Yeah.
Mordiscos translation.
Nothing.
Mordiscos transsexual? Bites.
Yeah. Because they're sharks. It's
cute.
It's adorbs.
They are sharks.
They are sharks.
I honestly wouldn't have got that until you said it. I'm like, oh, they're food. You bite them.
I hope that everyone has enjoyed us chewing loudly.
A lot of chewing.
Ripping packages open.
I'm grabbing 2 off the bat because I feel good about them. Those are fun.
I like them.
You've done pretty well.
A little bit tangy.
Yep.
Well, I hope I don't let you down on the Cola Roman.
I hope you don't either. Be a shame.
I'd be ashamed of the last thing. This,
with the only small misses being just things I don't like and not the fault of the food.
Mm-hmm. So, Cola Roman.
Tell me about it.
Is exclusive to the Caribbean coast of Colombia, or maybe the countries next to it. I don't know, but
yeah, this doesn't even make it to Bogota.
It doesn't make it to the big city. This is island. This is island coastal sodas. I had 10 of these.
Okay,
they're dirt cheap.
Very nice,
but they're very good. So.
36 I'm like, how is it only 36 calories? Oh, 36 calories per 100 mils.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. And these are what? 400
mils.
So what's that? Probably 144 calories?
Yep.
You're welcome.
And they're not, yeah. So I hope you enjoy.
So it is a red soda. It says Cola Roman, but you say it's more of a cream soda than a cola.
It is a creme.
Oh yeah, it smells like red cream soda. Yeah, it's good. That's a good cream soda.
It's like Crush, but it has a little bit of something afterwards.
It does have a little bit of something afterward.
But it's probably because it's made with real sugar.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go to the ingredients. Where do we start? Agua carbonatada, azúcar y o jarabe de maíz de alta fructosa, acidulante, ácido cítrico, conservante, benzoato de sodio, sucralosa.
Uh-oh.
Sucra fucking losa. Was that Charlize Theron in Fury Road?
Yep.
You, Drew, remember how I was saying I couldn't fucking wait for you to stumble because I would be all over you? Guess what, motherfucker? There is artificial sweetener in my fucking Cola Roman. apologize.
Why, you like it?
It's fine. I'm still mad though.
Good.
Yeah, that's what that little something is. Fucking artificial sweetener is what it is.
Yep.
God damn it.
It's like drinking a zero low-cal Monster.
Like drinking a Diet Coca-Cola Dream World. Yeah, still pretty good though. Because here's what's funny is they are very cagey on whether or not there is real sugar in this. Because it's literally sugar and or high fructose corn syrup. Which is it, Cola Roman?
They're not going to tell you.
Are there other drinks
Do a deep dive.
Are there other drinks where it's a secret?
Yep.
Speaking of secret, can I talk about how pissed I am that multiple mystery Fanta flavors are only 0 cal?
Well,
the fuck is that?
They know their target audience.
Assholes?
Yeah. Juggalos.
Yeah, juggalos love diet drinks.
Yes, they do.
All those skinny juggalos.
Yep, all of them.
I'm having several more sharks out of anger.
Go for it.
And
oh boy.
And every non-cantaloupe I chew. So, all in all, good snack crop. Did not expect all 3 crisps to be hits.
Nope.
I thought there'd be easily a miss among them.
No, KFC.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the paws were a wild card.
Yep. That's true. I wish they were crunchy, but whatever.
For puffs?
Whatever.
We're good.
Should we have started the podcast off with a moment of silence for our beloved queen?
Oh, yeah, we lost her.
R.I.P. But R.I.P. to a woman who married somebody she was related to.
Yep. And was tragically and suddenly taken away in the prime of her life at 96.
Yeah. She was so close to that 75.
Multiple things that she was a bitch about. Let's talk about. Well,
okay.
one she killed Princess Di.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
But number 1, she couldn't hang on like a year and a half to pass Louis XIV as the longest monarch of all time.
Nope. Coward.
And look, if you're real old and real sick, maybe you can't hang on a year and a half. Okay, fine. I'm disappointed, but like I get it. Mm-hmm. Like this time next year, like if you told me to hang on another year and a half, I'm like, no
thanks.
No. But anyone can hang on for 3 days to die on 9/11.
That's true.
Anyone can do that.
That's true.
That was just selfish. That was lazy. Can we say it was lazy?
You could have changed the course of history. People wouldn't remember 9/11 for when George Bush personally flew planes into the towers.
Yes.
They would remember it for the day that an old bitch finally kicked the bucket and let her sausage finger, inbred, slowly dying son become the king.
He's never getting that ring off. When's the last time he got that ring off?
Never.
Like,
that's his wedding band from Diana.
Yeah.
But how about the fact that, like, he's been king for
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and he's already just being, like, the biggest fucking prissy diva. You've seen all those videos, right, of him?
I haven't seen much. Did he do a pedophile?
No, that was his father.
Uncle? Brother
and father.
Ooh.
Right?
Prince
Andrew's his brother. He's a pedophile.
Yeah, his father's Philip.
And his father's Philip. He's also a pedophile.
Well, correct? Sure. I assume so.
I thought there was allegations against him.
Oh, probably. And I assume Andrew learned it from watching him.
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Yeah. As he's fucking a child.
P.S. Your favorite wrestler of all time didn't win the world title. He lost by chokeout.
Lame. Just give it to Danielson once, you fuckers. Wait, Moxley's what, like a 14-time AEW champion now? Yeah. He's been here for 6 months?
Yeah. First 3-time AEW world champion?
Yeah, no shit.
And now he's going to have to vacate it because he got hurt.
That would be funny.
Yep. Ah, here comes old Willie Reegs. Kiss your boys. Kiss your boys!
We considered live commentating the entire show with it on mute, but cooler heads prevailed. I like that there's a guy in the front row with an NWO world title.
Cool guy.
Now, if it was
he Indian?
If it was an OWO world title,
now we're talking.
Then we're talking.
But yeah, he like was signing some paperwork, and there was like the ink thing that you dip the pen in. In his way, and he like was getting a hand to like move this out of the way, all of it, and then he moved it a little bit, and then he still was like
more
out.
The Royals, they're just like us.
Yeah, retarded.
Highly relatable.
And then he was writing with something, and the pen was like leaking on him, and he just made like a huge fucking scene about how the pen was leaking.
Damn,
but I guess like
Chuck can't catch a break.
I guess if you're literally waiting, like it must suck to be, because what is he, 70?
76?
76?
Yeah, I think so.
Where like he's just waiting for his mom to kick it.
Yeah.
To be king. And he has to wait until he's also about to kick it.
He just can't wait to be king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be really funny when he dies in like 3 years.
Well, that's actually a third thing, Liz the Second, if that is your real name. Which, I mean, she really should have tried to outlive Charles. Like, that would be
the ultimate fucking
super
move.
Funny.
Ultimate move.
Yeah. She should have lived 2 more years, beat Louis XIV, died on September 11th, 2024, 6 weeks after Charles dies.
Yeah.
Now,
of liver failure.
If King Charles III dies 6 weeks before 9/11/24, I just want to bet with myself and am the prime suspect.
But you get to do another victory lap.
Sure, I love a victory lap.
Yep.
Let me look at the date.
Well, make some more bold statements about Demi Lovato, and then you can do some more.
I would love nothing more. I would love to find a way to do another victory lap about her. So 9/11/24. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're talking July 31st, 2024. If someone could mark that down, and then we'll see what happens in a couple of years.
Mark that down, send it to the royal family.
Maybe don't do that. And I'm not saying anything's going to happen. I'm just saying it would be interesting.
Send it to MI6.
I'm just asking questions.
Johnny English.
Don't send it to Johnny English. Look at me drinking this Cola Ramon again. La de siempre.
Hey, Scott.
What's that?
You got Twitter, right?
I own a Twitter. I'm a part owner of Twitter. Everyone with a Twitter handle is a part owner. It's a co-op.
You ever see anything good on there?
Oh, not much. I guess I've seen a couple of creeps.
Have you? Name one. Name one creep.
Well, I would name one creep, but luckily he's recently donated. But that expires pretty soon. So just putting that out there that, I don't know, if you didn't want your Twitter handle, full name, address, read on, let's say, next week's podcast, I don't know. Maybe check that old pocketbook and see how we're doing. But luckily,
where's the check?
Write us a check. Luckily, he's safe today. I don't have. I don't. Oh, I do.
I don't have it. Oh, look at that. I do.
I just have to go back a couple times because I went down a little wormhole where things got even worse. So I should definitely turn the volume down in case Hoo boy. So shout out to today's both creep of the week and real ass dude of the week. No, we had someone else for that.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I don't think this guy should be it.
No.
But if you want to go give a follow at your own risk to, I don't want to say it. You say it.
No, you say it.
I feel like I've been tricked into this whole thing. At Daddy's Candy Cum.
Would you like to read the bio, please?
35. If you're reading this, you're my property now. I'm sorry you think I'm sick. It's your fault I abuse you. Location, abandoned Hello Kitty factory. Website. Don't like the website. Really deep raping your asshole.gov. Joined July 2022. A mere 8-ish weeks ago. Following 26. Followers 20.3 thousand. This guy has amassed a following. Who is the other? Because we read another interesting description that involved canine. Who was that? Did we? Oh, I immediately regret
just going through this guy's fucking post and shit.
Don't, guys. Hey, fun is fun. just let us tell you about this for. I'm gonna put a hard cap on 30 seconds of this. But
I saw the saran wrap tits again.
So did I. That one's kind of funny, but
I don't know. It's not coming up.
It's a lot of just like domestic abuse style porn
and rape and incest. Like,
yeah,
this guy is very specifically into something.
This guy's a bad person. I'm pretty confident saying.
Yep.
We got here because someone who follows both of us, and I follow back. I don't know if you follow back. And this person, who I will not get any more specific about, and if they listen to the podcast, great, and if not, also great.
Yep.
Seems to, and this, given our audience, this really isn't going to narrow it down, seems to exclusively retweet porn.
Oh!
I know. And
I feel like, unfortunately, that is our demographic.
It sure is. And although I guess if this person listens to the podcast and now we're saying who they retweeted, they'll know.
Yep.
But we're not saying anything.
We're not going to say who it is.
We're not going to say who it is. And we're not saying anything bad specifically about the person, except it's interesting all the porn you retweet. Who's it for? Because we had this conversation, I believe, last episode.
It's so that you get 20,000 followers.
No, but
they see your porn.
But that guy makes his own porn.
That's true.
You don't get 20,000 retweeting.
Yeah. There's a really fucked up one that I just found, but I want you to finish your thing before I
mean, I think we said it last time. I'm like, because you can watch the porn.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. This conversation has been animated, in fact, with me as a beautiful tiger and you as a dumb lynx.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You'll get it better next
Racism.
time.
I've been racist.
What he said was so racist.
Same thing?
No.
What's the difference?
I mean, basically, he's like, all I knew was orange cat and white cat. I'm like, oh, that is 1,000 N-words. That is 9/11 times N-word. It's N11. Yeah, but I'm constantly fascinated by. Hey, watch all the porn. I looked at porn once. I get it.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but and if it's a porn you like, bookmark it.
Sure.
For you.
Sure.
But to retweet it for everyone and say, hey, here's what I'm a jerking off to. What are you a jerking off to?
Exactly.
It's very
I would like to share
to
with you what's getting my dick hard, my vagine wet.
Yeah.
My butthole sticky.
Everyone must know. I cannot possibly keep at Daddy's Candy Cum videos to myself. This poor girl with the dog bone in her mouth wearing a leash getting just pissed all over. And that is the tamest video he's made.
Yeah.
It goes steeply down from there.
Yeah. I got one right in front of me that's been running on loop for the last couple minutes.
Great.
Tell
me all about it.
I don't like...
That's a huge penis.
Thank you.
That is a huge black penis.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So the hashtags.
Oh, do we?
I don't know. I'll read the description. So the description. Okay.
Are we on rape kink? Because there's
there's some.
Okay.
You'll see.
Because there was a lot of that.
There is a video of a fine young girl,
an FYG,
who only has the ass of her jeans cut off. She is completely fully clothed except for her butt.
So what would you call that cutout?
The asshole?
There wouldn't be like a technical name for it?
Well, it's not... Yeah, I guess it is.
I'm sorry. Are you going to sit there and tell me that is not a strategically placed hole?
That is an SPH.
Because I will take you to task.
But it's not in a fursuit, so
it's not. But I think SPHs can venture outside of the fursuit realm. That's obviously where they're best suited. I don't like this audio.
Anyways, so she's fully clothed, like t-shirt, no boobs out, jeans, shoes, and just her entire butt out. The guy is laying on the bed behind her, giving her the old humperoo. He's got a cardigan on, a t-shirt, and no pants.
That's a look.
And the description says, "How does your sister's spit feel on daddy's cock? Huh? Slippery, isn't it? You're a sorry little slut getting off on rape cock."
The text is so much worse than the video.
Yeah, I know.
The text is disgusting.
The hashtags used are hashtag daddy kink, hashtag daughter kink, hashtag daddy taboo, hashtag daughter taboo, hashtag daddy incest, hashtag daughter incest, hashtag taboo kink, hashtag incest, hashtag horny. Okay, number one, you don't need the last one.
I feel like all the rest preclude horny.
And also,
it's redundant at that point.
You put the nice one at the end.
I was gonna say, like,
I am gay. I have AIDS. I'm new in town.
Like, is hashtag horny like the after dinner mint of all those disgusting other hashtags?
It's just a wafer in the mint.
Just a refreshing little bite after the meal you just made of the other hashtags.
Apparently, you need to tell everyone that on top of all of those incest kinks and daddy and daughter kinks, so everyone knows, you're also super horny.
I'm in fact horny.
Oh, I'm watching this, but I'm not horny. I'm just bored at work, so I'm retweeting things for others. I'm not horny.
Why can't I find the other one?
I don't remember what I clicked on to get to it. I think it was maybe under things he had liked.
Could be likes. I believe the display name, not the @. I think the display name was something to do with mutilator, which is terrifying now that I say it out loud.
Yep.
But
yeah, it was like @mutilator or something.
Yeah, it was something along those lines. But how did we get there? So we got.
I think it was something that
we got to Daddy's.
Oh, right here.
You got it.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was something he liked.
Okay, perfect.
It's @mutilator.
So is this a mutilator with a Is the O a 0?
Yes.
Okay. A rare second Twitter Creep of the Week shout out to our good friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
At Mutilator, where the O is a 0.
What is curiouscat.me?
I think it's like an anonymous question thing.
Ah. Should we ask him?
Should we ask Mutilator a question?
Anonymous questions? On air?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that's the smart move here. Okay. But first, let's learn a bit about our friend Mutilator. So Mutilator doesn't seem to be making their own porn. A lot of...
Well, what are you even doing then? Why are you even on Twitter if you're not making your own porn to share with everyone?
That's a good question. So as such, they don't have 20,000 followers. They do have 2,300 followers, which is respectable for also having joined in July 2022. What was going on in July?
Everybody's a sex predator.
Everyone got real gross in July.
Yes, they did.
So let's talk. Actually, this is not description. There is no Twitter bio, and then the location
yeah,
which is very strange, is this little stylized thing starting with a knife emoji.
Yep.
K9 all caps 20 dot exclamation mark star he/it/gore don't love it. Like, look, everyone knows I'm a big pronouns guy. I love all the dumb shit you call yourself because you heard it on Twitter, and it's also definitely your real identity that you would have figured out without Twitter.
Good job, Demi.
But I don't love he/it/gore. Switch dot other dot MLM, which I think is man loving men, but I'm gonna look it up. Let's throw that in the old search history. It's not multi-level marketing. Unless it is. Are you an Amway guy top of all of this?
He could be.
I hope he's an Amway guy. MLM Urban Dictionary should get me where I want to go.
I hope it's grosser than you thought it was.
No, man loves men.
Boo.
And he only loves a certain kind of men. MLM Aero, which I believe is... MLM plus Aero. So he's...
A man who loves men.
He's a gay guy who only is into other men, but is aromantic. So, well, that's fine. Like, just sex, no romance.
Yeah.
He's not asexual. He's aromantic. Extreme kink, spelled with an X, so you know he's a child of the 90s.
Is Vince McMahon?
Could be Vince McMahon.
But he's 20.
Oh, he is 20. He wasn't even born in the 90s.
No.
Well, that's very strange. Who spells extreme like that anymore?
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon. Extreme kinks. No TW, which I think is no trans women, but it could be something else. No, it's not texting while shitting. Oh, trigger warning. No trigger warning? Is that?
I don't know.
Anyway, 18 plus only. His depraved butcher. Heart.
Maybe his depraved butcher is his man-loving man, a romantic partner?
Could be. Followed by one person that follows...
Oh, yeah. I didn't even
follows
notice
me,
that.
and I follow back, and...
Me too.
You also follow, and it's followed back. What's this person's deal without giving too much away about them? You make, like, normal posts. You just have, like...
Yeah.
Selfies, and, like, non-sexual selfies, and, like... a retweet of someone's pictures of Lay's potato chips at the grocery store, full circle.
Mm-hmm. I mean, kind of cute.
Shouldn't get more specific than that, I guess, but
I'm gonna say her name. I found her real legal government name. Oh, it's on her thing. Oh, I know way too much about her now. I'm gonna tell everyone.
You're gonna tell the world? That's interesting that she... well, we have a gender. That she follows at Mutilator.
Mm-hmm.
Have we ever exchanged a direct message? We have.
Oh, did she think you were Steve Harvey?
No.
Oh.
No, it's nothing interesting.
Oh. What was it like? Can I buy a shirt? And you were like, get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Yeah, that's how bad a businessman I am. I will sacrifice.
I will give you money for a shirt. How about you kill yourself?
I will sacrifice money for misogyny. Huh. Well, there we go. That's all very interesting. So yeah, big shout outs, and unlike our last and now comparatively much more wholesome creep of the week, shout outs to Daddy's Candy Cum and Mutilator. Please don't go give them a follow. Don't encourage this behavior.
Don't do it.
If anything, do some independent research as to what fucking happened 2 months ago to make people like this. Has everyone just like fully lost their minds from COVID?
Yeah.
Is that like
mental illness is like common practice now?
Yeah, like COVID has just like destroyed every person on the planet mentally.
Fuck, I wish I could remember what my mental illness joke was from before.
I do too.
Something about,
especially after I heard it was mean.
Something about, I wish I knew what the context was, because I know what the mean thing was.
Oh,
but I don't remember the context of how or why I was going to bring it up.
So there's going to be something. So all you have is a mean thing.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Well, sort of. I was going to start the podcast with like you know that we're finally back to recording, and how even though I was on vacation. Mm-hmm. I've never felt worse. My hip and back are terrible. My shoulders are sore. I feel like pressure and a lot of tense muscles. And how, you know, I don't know how much longer I can keep wrestling. Maybe I've only got a few years left, or maybe I have no time left. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to formally announce my retirement from life. I'm going to kill myself after this podcast. I've been dealing with a lot of problems and that have been haunting me my entire life. And by my entire life, I mean 2015, because that's when mental illness was invented.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good piece of business.
Also, I don't know how much longer I can keep wrestling unless we're going to wrestle more regularly. If you keep taking these fucking breaks in the middle, my body's going to stop working.
Well, I don't know. Don't fucking miss a show and go to Columbia.
You don't miss a show and go to fucking Tofino.
Shut up. I'm not the one who has severe lower back problems.
You are the one who is a ball licker.
You should come to my Cairo guy.
Like in Egypt?
Idiot.
Love it.
So pleased with yourself, dude.
Love it.
So pleased. Who I discovered last session went to my school and graduated 10 years after me.
Nice.
I'm like, oh,
what have you been doing since? Well, I wrestle. I got a podcast. I sleep most of the day.
Oh, I'm old.
Yeah. One of the guys I went to high school with is like one of the top real estate agents in Coquitlam. Mm-hmm. And every time I see the billboard, I'm like, oh, I've literally seen you passed out in your own vomit before.
I haven't seen him like that because he was a baby when I graduated.
Yep.
I was like, oh, shit, you went to St. George's? What year? 2011? What?
Wow. That's a long time after 1987.
That's a long time after I graduated. After skipping 12 grades, I went full doogie.
Doogie.
I was a university baby.
Mm-hmm.
What else is going on?
You sent me a thing.
I did send you a thing. You know what? I hate to do it. Let's go back to Twitter. Let's see. Oh, is this news? This looks like some news here.
The thing I sent you? That's just the video.
Oh, no, I haven't even looked at the thing you sent me. I'm talking about my news. Is yours also news?
I know, I just sent you the video of King Charles being a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Let me have a look at that. That sounds like it'll be fun. Although, how is... Get this out. Get this fucking ink out. Get it. Move it.
Move it.
Now. He looks older than when he was crowned.
Yeah, oh yeah. The pressures of being king for a week.
What's happening to
brought him down.
Oh, and there's his second thing. This thing's in my way too. And some of just the thickest fingers you've ever seen.
It has something to do with like a liver disease, doesn't it?
I think so.
That he's been boozing. He's a booze hound.
That would make sense.
And also his parents were like second cousins.
Sure. And he's got whatever weird disease that people said Hillary Clinton had when she was running.
Parkinson's?
No, there was Parkinson's talk also, but there was some like weirder even.
He's a lizard person?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Isn't that what they were saying Hillary was, a lizard?
Well, certainly, but like because when there was some video that people were harping on. One day, she had like a sort of a coughing fit one time, and then there's one other thing that looked it looked doctored, where she like where like an egg shaped thing, like she like spit out an egg shaped thing into like a glass or something. Yeah. So whatever that nonsense all was.
Can't believe that I left out I can't
believe I voted for Hillary Clinton twice.
I left out the best part of the story from Colombia. I don't know how. I was just trying to get through it really quickly so that we didn't run a 3-hour podcast. What are we even at?
We're fine.
Okay, then I'm going to tell you. I went all the way to Bogota, Colombia.
Bogota?
Bogota.
I like Bogota.
Bogota, Colombia.
I am a fan of that. You were losing me, but you reeled me back in.
I had to go to the other side of the goddamn equator to like 3,000 meters above sea level.
It's pretty high.
To a cafe to have my very first actual real life in person experience
with sex. Go on.
Nah, it's gone. You ruined it.
I've forgotten the best part of my trip.
I had my first real life in-person experience with a full-blown Trump supporter.
Oh.
In Bogota, Colombia.
Your first off-podcast experience.
Because you?
Sure.
And
no, it's like we have fun here, but I as we said, I voted for Hillary twice.
Yes,
I committed voter fraud for Hillary.
I voted for Nader.
Yeah.
So we're sitting at this cafe.
Okay.
There is a group of people sitting at a table next to us. There is a big old fat white guy.
Nice,
but like dressed relatively nice, with a woman and another guy, and then obviously that guy's wife and that guy's daughter. He was the epitome of a fucking snake oil salesman.
He was that guy.
Like, he's talking to this guy about how his company's going to come in, they're going to build a power plant right in the middle of the city, and all the power is going to come from there. And then, the surrounding area, all the garbage created in the surrounding area is going to come back into that facility, and that facility is going to take care of all the garbage in your area. And then, what we're going to do is we're going to take all these turbines, and we're going to go put them over there in the river, and it's going to suck the river up, and it's going to clean it all out, and by 2026, that water is going to be drinkable. And the other guy says... They says, oh yeah, we've done it with about 20 rivers in the United States that we've put these turbines in, and it cleans up all the garbage.
We did with the Columbia, the Mississippi, the Missouri,
and then the other guy, who's clearly Colombian and is like a businessman locally, I guess, goes, what was the name of the river that you could have? And he turns to He turns to his wife, who is obviously South American.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was specifically Colombian, but she was South American. And he goes, oh, where was that river? It was and then she goes. New Jersey? And goes, I believe it was in New Jersey. And then I said out loud to Veronica, nobody's drinking water from rivers in New Jersey.
Delicious New Jersey river water?
Like, you fucking idiot. You should have said at least somewhere that's, like, natural. Like
Montana.
Yeah, or, like, Idaho or something. Not fucking New Jersey.
The dirtiest state in the Union.
These turbines get rid of dead bodies? So we're sitting there, like, he's going through all of his spiel about, like, well, we've put turbines in West Haverbrook, and by gum...
Ogdenville?
Ogdenville. By God, it put them on the map. And so we order our food, they order their food. And then he's just kind of going on about his company, like, whatever his company's doing. So I was, like, losing interest. Yeah. They get their food, they start eating, it's quiet. Then all of a sudden I just hear, well, there's a big problem in our country now. Uh-oh. He's like, yeah. So then he goes, because, everybody's trying to get Trump, and he didn't do anything wrong. All them papers they found in Mar-a-Lago, those were all declassified papers.
Those were all Obama's Kenyan birth certificates. What they were?
Yeah, he finally found them. He's like, all those papers were declassified when he was president, so he didn't do anything wrong. And then I said out loud, yeah, except for having nuclear codes, which is a federal offense. And he goes, they just keep trying to get him, and nothing's gonna stick because he didn't do anything wrong. And you know why? Because he's a good family man. He's a good family man.
Damn.
And
I love that works.
Yeah. But like I never believed, I knew those people existed.
But I could have never. They seem like cartoons. They don't seem to act.
Yeah, he was a caricature of himself.
Exist in the real world.
I never thought that I would meet one because I didn't think that they left their red states.
I was gonna say most of them have never gone 10 miles from where they were born.
Yeah. So then he's
good for this guy for venturing out.
Yeah. Then something else come up, and then he goes, if you look at the map of how everybody voted in the first election, and all these bottom 8 states are all red all the way through, and now all of a sudden the next election, and there's all these blue everywhere. And he's like, you know why? Because if you look at some of the ballots for those states, there's only on the top is just checked off for president. Nothing else on the ballots voted on. And you know why? Because they were fast checking all those to stuff them in the ballot. And then when they counted the ballots and they realized that Trump was still winning, they took a bunch of the Republican votes and they ripped them up and shredded them and burned them so that they didn't exist anymore. And so that's why all of a sudden these red states have become blue states, and these people who are like Colombian and like when we were there the whole time, any time that the television was on and I saw any form of news, there was nothing mentioned about the United States. Like Europe, like Asia, Africa, South America, nothing about North America. So these people are not exposed to like, right? And the daughter that's sitting there is probably like 18 or 19, and she seemed like she was like fully paying attention to this. Yeah. And I was like, well, yeah, you're rich people who live in like a nice big city, so you're stupid. So yeah, it was. And then he goes, Trump's done so many amazing things for the American people.
He built
like,
that wall.
Well, he's like, unemployment was almost completely wiped out in the whole country when Trump was in charge.
Because everyone died from COVID.
And he gave everybody health care. And I literally, like, my fork, I went clank. What?
That's a clank. That's a clank.
I was like, what? And then he said, Trump's got a beautiful family. Have you seen his family? A beautiful family. And then you got Hunter Biden, who he's out there making deals with Ukraine and China, and like how he's not in prison for the rest of his life. I don't understand. And then he goes,
Hunter Biden is not mentally or physically capable of making a deal with any international power.
Also,
he's smoking crack and grooming his 11-year-old niece. That's what he does. Leave him alone.
Also, why does it fucking matter? He's not the president.
He's not the president. Also, he's not the president.
He'll never be my president.
No, he's not. The Biden situation is literally the wrong son died.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Hunter can never live up to Bo.
No.
He's miserable.
Yeah.
He the Biden franchise, the Biden crime family.
Yeah.
The Biden, like, I don't want to say administration because I don't mean in a government sense. I just mean like the Biden machine. Like they just give poor stupid Hunter like fake jobs.
Yeah.
And pay him a salary, and then like that salary just goes like back into the Biden machine.
Yeah.
And, like he gets like an allowance basically.
Yeah.
Like
he's like a kid who they give one of those like toy registers to.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, "Oh, can you make change for Daddy's 10?" And he goes, "Yes, ching ching.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh, good boy, Hunter."
Like it's a tragic existence.
Yeah, it really is.
It's very sad.
It really is. So
I'm on his side. I want Hunter to be the next president.
It could be.
He'd be happy. He's
Listen,
like he'd have real responsibilities.
His dad's not a very good president, so he could always do a better job than his dad.
Step in.
So
he's I mean, if we go by royal succession, he's the firstborn now.
So we go back to eating, and it kind of quiets down for a second, and then he starts talking about like I wasn't paying as much attention because I was kind of over it at that point. Like the joke had run its course, but he was definitely talking about just like the Clintons, and then he brought up how like Ronald Reagan was the last true great president, and I'm like, cool, he's a Reagan era Republican, blah blah blah. And then I'm trying to explain like Republicans it doesn't even matter who runs for president as a Republican.
No.
A white nationalist, like a vocal, outspoken white nationalist,
an even more racist person,
could run for president, and they would vote for him because they're Republican. Yeah. Whereas, like, if
people voted for Roy Moore in Alabama, and he was a pedophile. He was a known pedophile,
admitted, known and admitted pedophile, and people still voted for him
because he's Republican.
Because he's Republican, and you can never not vote Republican, and you're sure as fuck not going to vote.
Yeah,
but like.
Not gonna vote queers in blue.
Democrats are fucking cowards because they won't vote.
Yes.
Because they're like, well, both candidates are the same. Yeah, but so you'd rather have the Republican who's going to win.
One's not a pedophile Nazi.
Yeah. Like, one's going to win, and it's going to be the Republican unless you vote for the Democrat.
Yeah.
And now they're surprised.
And like the Democrat sucks. That's fine. He sucks less.
Yeah, he's not going to take away your reproductive rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to segregate schools.
I mean,
he's not going to...
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
He's not going to make you wear see-through backpacks to school so that they can see what weapons you're carrying. Like,
I think that one actually is Democrat.
That is actually Democrat.
But the other points stand.
But like so they won't vote for someone.
I'll tell you, the Republicans are not going to put litter boxes in the gender-free bathroom at your elementary school.
That is true.
That's what you need Democrats for.
Yes. you want that, you got to vote.
Got to vote Dem.
Yeah. But then, like, you're surprised that we've talked about it before. Like,
did I say gender-free bathrooms?
Gender-free bathrooms.
No, just no gender.
No gender.
I think I meant gender neutral.
No. You meant free. There's no genders.
Wouldn't it be nice to be gender-free?
What if it just didn't matter?
What if everyone shut up?
What if it didn't fucking matter?
That'd be
what
cool.
gender you were, and you just
shut
live
up.
your fucking life,
and you shut up,
and you shut the fuck up. But like, the electoral
when
college,
I'm president, everyone's gonna.
When you're Hunter Biden,
when I'm here is my promise to you, the American people. When I'm Hunter Biden, everyone has to shut up.
Just shut up and shit in your litter box.
Litter box only.
Litter box only. Nothing else.
Yeah, you figure it
Everyone's popping a squat and burying it.
Yeah, and you got to self-clean.
Yeah.
No paper.
Yeah.
New rules.
And you got to lift one leg and shake it a little bit while you're trying to cover it up.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you don't vote for someone because it's like the wrong candidate, and then you're surprised when they're like, "Oh, bad guys won? Guess what? You have to keep that baby."
Yeah.
Like, you need to fucking vote for whoever. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. But, it's very often a lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
You still probably do it.
Although,
or else now happens.
Yeah. Bold statement. Trump greater than Hillary.
Sure. I mean, that was an interesting.
That was the lesser of two evils.
Yeah. That's
although if Hillary had won, a certain somebody might still be alive. And then how would we be able to ghost bust?
How would we
We wouldn't even be able to go to Ghost
LSJ?
Because there'd be no ghosts.
No. Everyone alive and well.
Yeah, everybody's living their best life.
That's true.
It's like that PETA camp in that episode of South Park. Just everybody free to do what they want.
Yep.
Unless you're a child and you want to leave. Yeah, I can't believe I went all the way down there, and that was my first real exposure.
That's great. I love the hitting so hard on Family Man thing.
Yeah, he said it like 4 times.
Like,
have you seen his family is so beautiful? Have you seen his family? His family is amazing.
So fucking stupid and dumb.
Like, I was waiting for him to say something about him being a good Christian or something.
Yeah,
like, I was waiting for
that's in the mix for sure.
Yeah.
But like, you have a pretty family. Also, is the family? Look, the sons are both gross.
What about Baron?
Baron Fox,
the one we're not allowed to talk about because he's too young. God forbid we make fun of Trump's too young son.
He was too young in 2016.
Yeah, he might be old.
How old is he now? Can we talk? Is it
20?
Is it time to talk about Baron?
We gotta talk about Baron.
Baron Trump. I don't want an article from Town and Country telling me everything I need to know about Baron Trump. Just the Wikipedia will do, thank you.
Just a birth date.
Wow, Baron doesn't... Oh, no. I was going to say, he doesn't have his own Wikipedia. There we go. He's only in the family of Donald Trump Wikipedia. The president's kid doesn't have a Wikipedia.
Well, maybe because he was young and nobody started... I'm surprised that nobody started one afterwards.
Born...
2001.
2006. He's only... Wait. He's 16 now?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess he was like a child
I guess
when
he
the
was,
first...
Yeah, I guess he was 10 then.
Yeah.
But he was...
Isn't he like 6'9"?
Yeah, and like also was when he stands 6'7".
Holy shit.
And he might not be done growing. He's 16. Jesus Christ. He stands 6'7" as of 2021 and is the tallest of Trump's children. No fucking shit. What if he wasn't?
Hear me out.
Go.
Sacramento Kings need to sign him. Give him number 55. Bam, new white chocolate.
New white chocolate. Hey.
Baron Trump, new white chocolate. Let's do it.
New white chocolate is a sick nickname. I wish it was my nickname. I like that a lot.
No, you're that gross tiger tail ice cream that nobody likes.
Including me. I'm very ashamed.
I mean, it's a gross mixture.
It's a disgusting mixture.
Orange and black licorice?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I like going off of color and not flavor.
I was going to say,
like, hey, even if we don't sell a single tub of this,
and it was
at least it looks like a tiger, and that's all we want.
There was probably some retard like me who only who only thought like one step forward and nothing beyond that. Like, I want tiger ice cream.
Yeah. Well, what if it doesn't taste very good? I don't care. It has to look like a tiger. Like,
literally, that's the thought that went into it. Because I guarantee you, it didn't start the other way. I love orange and licorice. It's gotta be an ice cream flavor. Oh, look, it also looks like tiger. No, that's not what happened. It was a tiger tard like me.
I do have one issue with it, though, is that it should be tiger at the top, vanilla on the bottom in the package.
Yes.
So that it looks like a tiger.
Yes.
Not just orange and black.
Yes, you're right.
And also made in India.
Or Siberia.
India. Okay. Lower Sumatra.
Indochina. I will say, you guys are lucky you're getting a fucking podcast at all today. Because I randomly had a little, whatever the legal version is of torrent searches for the purposes of...
You were tipped off. Do you just search every day?
I hadn't in a long time.
Oh, okay.
And
I assumed it was like, wake up, have a poop, search for this.
It should have been. It was for a bit.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't there. And then...
But how did you find out? Did somebody hit you up?
I had no tip-off. The director went cold on me.
What?
Son of a bitch.
Oh, surprise, surprise. A Middle Eastern man stopped talking to you on the internet?
And yeah, I was looking for something else, and I'm like... I think I was maybe on 2020 movies. And I'm like, I mean, this was a small thing. I don't know if it'll ever show up on torrents or the legal version of torrents, whatever those are, hypothetically.
Is there?
No. I'm just stealing. Are you
downloading it on Napster?
I'm just over here stealing, all right? Are you happy? All I do is steal. Drew, I literally steal every single day. There hasn't...
That's a pretty sick life.
A day hasn't gone by since, I'm going to say 2006, that I haven't stolen something on the internet.
It's pretty sick. Sick life.
If anyone ever found out, I would go to jail for 1,000 years.
No, it's Canada. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't give a fuck.
If this was the U.S., holy shit, you would be in trouble.
I would probably invest in a VPN. If I was...
Yeah, but they can still track you.
They can.
Yeah. You know what's very, very, very fast side story?
Yep.
I had a friend who was a complete fucking idiot who downloaded
My ears are burning.
who torrented, like, I don't know. At the time, it must have been like when the new Godzilla movie came out. Right?
Shin Gojira?
No. The, like, bad one that nobody liked.
Shin Gojira.
No, that's an okay one.
That literally translates to New Godzilla. All right?
That's the good one, though.
Well, then you shouldn't have said...
That's the Japanese one.
Then you shouldn't have said New Godzilla.
Fine, the 2014 one where, spoiler alert, Bryan Cranston dies way too early and it's a bad movie.
Good stuff.
So he illegally torrented that.
Yeah.
And then, like, a week later, he got a random email that was from his internet provider stating that he had, that they caught him illegally downloading it and that he needed to pay a fine. So he asked, like, me, 2 other people at work, and his roommate, like, what he should do. We all said it's a scam.
Yep.
Is it directly for, like, who's your internet provider? And like, whoever it was. And we're like, was the email directly from, like, support@telus.ca?
Yeah.
And he said no. And we're like, yeah, then it's a
fucking
scam.
scam.
And he goes, well, yeah, but, like, because he was here on a work visa. So he's like, but what if it's not? And what if I don't pay it? And what if I get caught? Then I'm fucked. And we're like, yeah, but it's a scam.
But it's not.
It's not real.
So shut up.
So don't pay it. And then he goes, okay, fine. So he didn't pay it. Like, a week later, he got a second email from the same thing saying that the fine had increased, and he panicked and paid it. He paid like $165 to some random email that he didn't know.
Dumb bastard.
Yeah, like, you fucking idiot. It's like... Where all those people, like, that get scammed on phone calls from the government.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, stupid, the government doesn't call you. They send letters in the mail because they're old.
Yeah.
And they don't know how technology works.
At best, they'll fax you.
At best. They'll send them carrier pigeon. But I like how many old people get tricked.
It is good.
Because old people should be dead.
I can't wait to get scammed with new weird technology in, I don't know, 5 years probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I welcome our new insect overlords.
Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos.
You fuckers are so lucky that you should probably... You know what? This episode is now behind a paywall. In order to access the next 10 minutes of this podcast, which are the best 10 minutes. We've been saving it. Please send most of your money to paypal.me/NotScottHenson. That's paypal.me/NotScottHenson, NOTSCOTTHENSON.
Do you know that you can go into debt on your credit cards, and as long as you're paying the minimum, you're fine?
That's true.
So just give us the balance of your credit card.
And then
just pay the minimum.
And then
fine.
You figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not hard, guys.
It's not.
If it's hard, you're making it hard. It's not us. You're making me hard.
Oh, I'll make it hard.
Now, as I was saying, you are so lucky that we're even doing a podcast. And I know we've already missed a week because I thought there was only going to be like kind of 10 days between the last one and this one, but then you couldn't do shit for...
Some of us have jobs that we...
6 weeks after you got home. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, but even today... During one of my my now famous torrent searches, I was like, since I've been reminded of 2020 movies, let's have a look if this is there. And boom, up as of 3.2 weeks ago, Maya 2020, the best movie either of us have ever seen.
The most beautiful tiger that's ever walked this earth.
And it is, I will say, it's a Bengal. I'll say it. All right. Look, you have to know how real this must be for me to admit that.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's out there via I don't know. If you do a search, you'll find it. And if you really need it and can't find it, I'll fucking upload it for you. But yeah, we saw it at just about 1 year ago.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
We saw it at VIFF 2021, Vancouver International Film Festival.
For all you lamos.
Yeah, we're looking forward to YIF 2022, which is
Yakima International Film Festival.
It's just my bedroom every night.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, we saw a little documentary about a in captivity and then briefly in the wild and then in captivity again tiger who an Arab guy was sort of married to.
Yeah.
They sort of had a
they were fucking.
They sort of literally had a wedding.
Yep, they did.
They took wedding photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to see a good-looking kitty cat, look no further than Maya 2020. And it's a really good movie. And makes you kind of hopeful. It makes you kind of sad. It does a lot to your emotions.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
there's like some hopefulness.
Yeah.
And then
some heart being ripped out stuff. But yeah, so lost my train of thought as I was thinking about
a beautiful tiger.
Because I was thinking about the movie too much. But yeah, we saw it at just a tiny little theater last year.
Yeah, it was the side theater at the VIFF Theater.
That's right. Yeah. Which I didn't know existed until we went
either.
into. Well, yeah, because they had recently-ish remodeled, and but yeah, so go find it if you need it from me. Let me know, but don't too many of you get it because I assume the fine people at Google Drive will eventually come around asking, "Hey, how come there's 6,000 petabytes of bandwidth being used on this one thing on your Google Drive? Did you happen to share it?" No, I would never. But it's very good. Now, I had a piece of news some time ago that I don't know. I might even say, I don't know, we're at an hour 50. Heads up, guys. I'm not sure we're doing Mission to Mars today.
P.S. We might not.
We might not. But how about we make a deal, you fine people and us? What if we don't do Mission to Mars today? And next week, as a make good or as a make out.
Interesting.
Go on. We do our next in the series episode, season 4, episode 25, I believe. Mission to Mars, the year 2000's Mission to Mars, I believe. Is that the correct year? Yes, the last good movie before 9/11, and some would say the last good movie period because no good art has come after 9/11.
That's true. Ooh, interesting.
Interesting.
I got late breaking news.
Uh-oh.
But you continue.
We'll get to that in one hot minute. In addition to the contractually agreed upon movie Mission to Mars, who directed that? Brian De Palma.
Brian De Palma. Interesting.
Very interesting. Our by my count, 4th straight Brian De Palma movie. And who's to say? I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if we found an actor from Mission to Mars, who was in a different Brian De Palma movie to do after that? That would then, of course, force us to do another
2 more
Brian De Palma. But actually, we're not doing that. We've
mapped out our plan.
We have fancy plans and pants to match.
Is Gary Sinise in one? Gary Sinise is in one.
Well,
we could have done Snake Eyes.
Oh, we could. But we're not.
And then from Snake Eyes, we would only be left with Scarface, Carrie, Mission Impossible, The Untouchables, Carlito's Way, Dressed to Kill, Body Double Sisters, Black Dahlia, Femme Fatale.
Like 2000
Casualties of War.
2006 Black Dahlia?
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that.
Yes. You didn't like it. You told me you didn't like it.
I think I told you I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to like it because I liked the Black Dahlia story.
Yeah, but it's not so much of a
It's not. That's the problem. But hey, the make good. What if we do Mission to Mars and also horror hit of the season, No, number one at the box office. Am I reading that right?
Number one. 18 weeks in a row.
18 straight weeks.
Take that, Marvel.
They/them. A movie whose enjoyment starts and ends with the title. And no thought, as much thought was given to the rest of this movie past the title as was given to the making of Tiger Tail ice cream. They/them is the Tiger Tail of cinema. Is what I'm hearing thrown around on page 6 of Variety. So so we'll do that too because our friend from Australia, Drew. You said earlier we don't have any friends in Australia.
I believe that was what was stated. Yes.
Interesting. Well, our new friend from Australia, Tommy, has paid in full. What album was paid in full? Was that a Nos? Was that a?
No, you got the computer in front of you. Fucking look it up.
I do. Now
You're stat boy.
I'm so distractible. Paid in full album. Oh, Eric B. and Rakim. Nice. Has paid for they/them. So we'll do it because it would be mean to take the money and not do it.
Take the money and run.
We could take the money and run.
We could run. I'll run.
Where do you want to go?
I can't run, but my body won't allow it.
Well, you come to my too young chiropractor. He'll do a bunch of weird cracks on you, and then you feel better.
Nice.
So that's the plan for that. We have like 12 more things, but I just don't know how much needs doing. What are you feeling? Where are you emotionally?
I would love to rewatch Pac versus KZ.
I would also love to rewatch Pac versus KZ.
Now, what if I told you that at the Rampage tapings for tonight?
Is this news?
The remaining 2 members of House of Black, because one's gone.
Now, which one is gone?
The black one.
Oh, so
the one whose name is Black.
The one whose name
is House of Black.
Yeah. So they remained the House of Black?
They kidnapped Sting. They handcuffed him to a chair in the middle of the ring.
They fucked him?
And he was saved.
Did they fuck Sting?
Steve Borden was saved on television by the Great Muta.
Sick.
So I hope we are getting Sting and Muta.
Muta's going to do a match.
Matthews and King.
That is nuts.
That is crazy. I guess that's part of his retirement tour.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go team with my best friend Sting.
Meltzer was saying
Brothers in Paint.
That Muto should do like a match in America and probably at AEW because it's the biggest venue he'd be able to do it at. So good. Damn, we didn't even talk about CM Punk.
I guess also Action Bronson wrestled.
Mm-hmm. Him and Hook against
Menard and Parker.
3.0.
Yep. And yeah.
Well, there's your AEW Rampage spoilers for Friday.
Yep, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Phil Brooks.
Damn, like that's a whole
Noted
thing too.
Piece of shit, Phil Brooks. Okay, like, I mean, we don't have to go super long, but here's my big sentiment about my opinion and statement about this whole fucking thing.
So very quick table setting.
Yeah.
For non-wrestling fans. AEW,
which you're gonna love this conversation because who doesn't love wrestling?
I mean, we'll try to say something funny about it. AEW, number 2 national wrestling promotion and the good one in North America, had their big pay-per-view of the year a couple of Sundays ago, and then the man who had he was the world champion. He shattered his foot in his first match after winning the title, had surgery, came back, and re-won the title at the pay-per-view. And then at the post-pay-per-view press conference, just apropos of nothing,
nope.
No trigger, no nothing, just went off. and kind of ruined everything.
Yeah.
He had just won the world title, and then
let's very briefly let's go back to he was a star in WWE.
He was a big star in WWE,
show, the main company at the time.
Yeah,
I mean
the only company.
Yeah, the only company at the time. He was noted for kind of being difficult to work with because he always wanted to know what was next. He could never just be content with like, this is the story we're telling and it's coming to an end. It was always like, and then what do I do? And then what do I do? And then, which I think rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah.
So they treated him as less than a star, even though he was at the time the most popular guy in the company.
Yeah, and it was funny because he had the longest world title reign in years, but during that reign, he only main evented like 3 pay-per-views in like 15 months.
Yeah. And
there was always something more important. They always treated something as more important than him, even when he was world champion.
Yeah. So he had suffered some injuries. He got a staph infection.
Got misdiagnosed.
The doctors didn't really treat him properly.
Yeah.
He had just kind of had enough, so he left. He quit. And he disappeared from wrestling for a while. He did commentary. He did MMA, which didn't turn out so well for him.
MMA very badly.
He did some bad acting in some movies.
Yep.
And that was kind of it. But as fans, all the fans wanted was CM Punk.
Yeah.
At every show since the day he left, there are CM Punk chants.
Especially in his hometown of Chicago.
Chicago.
But also everywhere.
But literally everywhere. There is at least a small one, if not a big one. And especially when somebody involved in the screwing of Punk, or if there's a horrible booking decision, or like a boring world title match, or I guess a boring any match. Yeah, the crowd will chant. Yeah. They will chant CM Punk because he was the star, but they didn't see it that way. Anyways, he left wrestling forever and never came back until last year.
Yeah, this new upstart promotion that's doing very well, lots and lots of money behind it, and he's like, "Hey, I think I could actually see myself coming back here," and he did. And I was at his first match back live in 7.5 years.
When you cried?
You know what? I didn't cry.
Oh.
It is not a thing that made me cry.
Huh.
I was more excited when Danielson showed up on the same show. Yeah. I also didn't cry at that, though.
Coward.
I've never cried. Even as a baby. My parents were very worried.
Wow. Continue.
I don't know. I thought you were.
No, we're at the AEW part now. Like, that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, and he's been there for a bit. As I said, won the title, immediately got hurt, came back, won the title again. Did a press conference.
And oh boy, did he do a press conference.
He sure did. So one of the big things is his friend for years and years and years in wrestling, a gentleman named Colt Cabana, who, if you haven't watched Colt Cabana versus, dare I say, friend of the show.
Dare I say, greatest wrestler alive.
Dare I say, greatest wrestler alive, Caden Talbane, from 3-2-1 Battle in, this was 2017, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and watch that. It's
what's the exact date?
Oh, August?
Yeah.
Or it wasn't, was it the day I hurt my knee?
I don't remember.
Was it June 2nd, 2017? Well, now I'm interested. But
I like that I can pique your autism just by saying that, and then you have to do it.
It's honestly not fair. I think it's mean that you do that. But yeah, the long story short is go watch our friend Kelly versus professional wrestler Colt Cabana, because it's real fucking good. And now I have to know when it was. Search Cabana. That was his first match.
9 matches. Oh, fuck.
It was the day I hurt my knee. It was the day an unnamed fat guy landed with all his weight across the side of my knee. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not naming names.
Craig.
Sure. No. Fatter than Craig.
Al?
Fatter than Al.
Bill.
Fatter than Billy the Fridge.
Dan.
You.
Oh.
But also Dan. No, Dan hurt me the next time. Yeah. Only my friends hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hadn't heard it yet when because we were the main and they were in the middle of the card, so I still got to enjoy Kelly versus Colt Cabana. Anyway, Colt Cabana, best friend of CM Punk for years. CM Punk, after he left WWE, did a good amount of ranting on, at the time, Colt Cabana's very popular podcast.
Yeah,
and Punk was suing WWE about, I think mostly like about the misdiagnosed staph infection, and I think like maybe making him wrestle with a concussion or something.
Yeah, it was about the concussion as well.
Yeah, but so WWE like countersued for
walking out,
for I guess breach of contract. And did like slander or libel come into the mix?
Maybe.
Anyway, they countersued, and Colt Cabana got brought into it because
it was on his
podcast, and this caused a whole big riff with Punk and Cabana in 2014. But luckily, Punk is a live and let live, real forgiving kind of guy.
Correct.
And didn't with no setup just start ranting about Cabana at a press conference in 2022. 8+ years later.
Yeah.
So he went absolutely off on him, and then just started going off on other people
on anything
in the company. And I guess there's so much shit, because then there's the shit with Adam Page, another guy in AEW, when they were like on camera in storyline feuding. Page
cut a promo about him being
about him being a bad guy in the locker room,
and selfish and not a leader. And
that again, Punk, luckily not a guy to hold grudges.
Nope. Pretty level-headed.
Sit and stewed about that for 3 months.
Yep.
And then just cutting a different promo later after coming back from his foot injury. While feuding with someone entirely different, surprise called out Adam Page, who of course was not expecting this. They weren't doing anything together on camera, so he didn't come out. And then Punk called him a coward, just to get him for that thing he said 3 months ago.
He's a cowboy. Don't call a cowboy a coward.
Don't call a cowboy a coward. And even after, you'd think they'd call it even after that. No. But Punk seems to still be pretty pissed off. And I guess blamed the executive VPs of AEW, who are also wrestlers and top stars in AEW, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. I guess sort of blamed them for not handling shit better. And I think he thinks like saying untruths about the situation to wrestling journalists.
Yeah.
And for not like having a better cap on that. So he called them out too. And was just real mad on the day he had just re-won the world title and maybe should have just been kind of happy. Oh, and also sidebar, in winning the world title, I don't know if he knew the severity of it at the time, tore his tricep and will be out for months.
Yeah.
Like those are bad. Those are like
6-8
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
And in theory, might not come back.
Yes, based on what happens next. So he has his little rant and goes back.
Where he also referred to the executive VPs, who were the other wrestlers, as not being fit to manage a target.
Yeah.
Let alone manage a wrestling company.
Yeah, and then I think some Target managers got mad at Punk about that line too.
Was it Shane Douglas?
It was Shane Douglas.
Or is that Walmart?
I couldn't tell you. Maybe Target. Actually.
Kmart.
Applebee's.
No.
So Punk goes back to his locker room where his friend and AEW producer, Ace Steel,
but only because of Punk.
But only because Punk literally got him the job when he was one of a mass firing by WWE. Ace Steel, real name Chris Guy, which I always liked as his real name, and personal friend of mine from Netflix's The Main Event.
Yep.
The wrestling coordinator on the show. And Steele had recently been on TV once or twice, just there because people knew he was Punk's friend, so he was there basically just to psych up Punk when he was feeling down. And after hype man, and after word coming down from Turner Broadcasting to not swear on the TV in the first time he touched a microphone, Ace Steel said "fuck," which was very funny.
Yeah,
and is the one reason he shouldn't be fired is because that was funny.
Correct.
Punk is in his locker room with his good longtime friend Ace Steel, who he hasn't ruined a friendship with yet, but maybe will now. And Ace Steel's wife, who was on crutches, she had some kind of broken foot or ankle or something, and
plantar fasciitis,
and Punk's dog Larry.
Yeah.
There's a rapping at the door. And
Parappa the Rappa?
Oh, hell yeah. And it's the aforementioned executive VPs, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, who are there to... one interesting point is they were there with the head of legal.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that they were there with the head of legal because you bringing them means that in theory they're seeing your side of the situation.
Yeah.
So that is a good thing in theory for them.
Yeah. But it is funny that this still happened.
Yeah.
With the head of legal there. Yeah. So in Punk's words, they kicked down the door. I think that's a euphemism. I think I think they probably made noise on the door angrily.
Yeah.
And so when they came in, heated words were exchanged. Mm-hmm. And then from there, it's the details are depending on who you ask. Yeah. The confirmed things we have from both sides are that the first punch was thrown by CM Punk against Matt Jackson, one of the Young Bucks. A chair was thrown by Ace Steel at Nick Jackson, the other Young Buck, which I believe hit him in the eye.
Yep.
And Ace Steel pulled Kenny Omega's hair and bit him.
Like a woman.
And you could see the bite mark on Kenny's arm 2 weeks later at a video game trade show in Japan.
Yeah.
Which was funny.
With his golden lover.
Kota Ibushi. May their love be pure and eternal.
Yes. And hetero.
I hope they have great heteros. I hope Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi find two nice girls.
Yeah. Well, Kenny's dating Rio. So
you dumb bastards.
The internet. So stupid.
He's so gay.
Is that the end of your statement?
Yeah, you can.
So they got suspended indefinitely. Yeah, so
everyone got suspended, including people who came in after to
like break it up.
Those tertiary people have all been unsuspended. But Punk, the Bucks, Omega, all suspended, taken off all advertising, taken off the opening video of the TV show.
Yeah.
And very unclear what's going to happen. Also, in addition to Punk winning the world title that night, the Bucks and Omega had just won a tournament to crown the first Trios champions, titles that had been held off for close to a year for waiting for Kenny Omega to come back from injury.
Yeah.
Because like the Bucks and Omega had to be the first Trios champions. So that was on Sunday, and then their first TV was Wednesday, where they had to open the show by vacating all of those titles. And it's sort of a giant mess.
It is a huge mess. So the only other thing that I had originally heard was that a main reason why Hangman went after Punk in that originally.
Yeah.
I mean, other than like that, it was obviously part of their feud, was because I guess Punk had stated that a lot of guys backstage didn't like that he was trying to like vet them in like, hey, you're doing this wrong. Hey, like, and he's like, a lot of people.
In his press conference rant, Punk said much the same. He shit all over Page, saying like he refuses to take advice, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And he's like, listen, like, I've been there before, and I'm not doing it to be a dick. I'm doing it to help you be on national television.
Yeah.
And et cetera, et cetera. And then I guess there has some reports from the other side that, like, most of that isn't true, and the way that Punk approaches things is not exactly the most professional or friendly.
It should be said that CM Punk, as a personality, is extremely abrasive.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a pleasant person.
No.
I think he's good at his job.
Yeah.
Except when it comes to athleticism.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He is
throwing strikes.
He is wildly unathletic, but is good at wrestling matches.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think the one thing that one statement or whatever about it, from my perspective, is that even as a, like, I don't know, a wavering wrestling fan at this point in my life, like, I don't like it as much as I used to. I will still watch it from time to time, and I obviously still, like, pay attention to what's happening.
Especially when it's Pac versus KZ.
Especially when it's Pac versus KZ from 3 years ago. I don't.
Damn it, almost 4 years ago.
Almost 4 years ago, yeah.
Fuck does the time go?
Anyway, COVID. Yeah, like, I don't actively go out of my way to watch wrestling every week, and I don't actively care about watching pay-per-views anymore.
No.
But all that we've wanted for the last 8 years is for CM Punk to return to wrestling.
Yes.
Like,
this is a real monkey's paw wish.
That's all anyone has wanted. And they scream his name.
Yeah.
It's just constantly been, like, you know, hypothesized and fantasy booked and, like, wishful thinking all this time. And he downplayed everything because he was trying to do anything else he could other than wrestling.
Like, and I believe that he truly hated wrestling for a long
absolutely.
time after he left.
And then he realized he loved money and he was not good at anything else, and he had to come back. But and the thing is, like, when he first came back, those first, like, several weeks, he looked so happy.
Yes.
He seemed like he had matured and grown up.
Good guy Phil.
And been, like, you know, sort of, like, finally humbled by the fact that, like, these people love me. I shouldn't take them for granted. I shouldn't take this business for granted because, like, I can't do anything else.
Yeah, like, he's been there. He's seen it all. He's just, like, now he's just enjoying it.
Yeah, he's, like, making jokes, being funny, being silly, like happy Punk.
Yeah.
And you can't even keep that up for more than, like, a month before you just go back to being a miserable cunt.
You can take the Punk out of the jungle, but you can't take the jungle out of the Punk.
No. And so it's just, like, it's such a disappointment.
It is. It's really
as a wrestling fan, that this thing you've wanted for so long, and then you're like,
straight up monkey pie is like, oh, you want it? You can have it, but this way.
Yeah, exactly.
And fuck you.
But now you, like, look at everything else that's happened with him, and you're like, man, like, Punk is a fucking cancer.
And yeah, in 2014 when he quit, there was not a single fan that wasn't on his side.
No, 100%.
Everyone was Team Punk, fuck WWE.
Yeah.
And, like, but looking back, like, oh, maybe Punk's the bad guy.
Yeah, like, I mean, you look at all the times of, like, you know, he desperately wanted to main event WrestleMania, and they wouldn't let him. He was always, like, trying to book himself into good booking, which, I mean, most wrestlers will try to do.
Sure.
But you're actively like, he's your fucking star. Why aren't you using him? Like, Hunter hates him. Why? Like, Hunter's such a dick because he doesn't realize that he's, like, the star. But then you realize, like, but he's also just, like, a big whiny bitch who complains about everything constantly, and you know, he it doesn't seem like he can even get along with anyone, even the people that, like, he likes. He doesn't seem like he can get along with. Mm-hmm. Like, I saw like, in one of the interviews where they were like, they asked Claudio, like, when was the last time you were supposed to wrestle CM Punk? And he goes, oh, the night he quit. And he's like, oh, did he tell you? He was like, yeah, he told me as he was leaving the building that he wasn't going to wrestle and that he was quitting. And you're like, oh, really? So, like, you couldn't even tell someone who you're friends with, like, hey, man, I'm out for tonight. Sorry, bye.
I'm out for tonight and 7 years.
As I'm going out the door, oh, P.S., I'm out.
Yeah. You should probably find someone else to have a match with tonight.
So, like, I mean, I think he's the problem. And honestly, like at this point, has his comeback even been that good? It's been fine, but it's been like pretty much 3 injuries in the last since he's come back.
Yeah, the injuries are
and
not
like
helping.
The matches are fine. They're not amazing.
He's had some good ones.
But also he's older and was away for a really long time and thought he was an MMA fighter. So
that's all true.
He's kind of lost a little bit of that. And I also feel like the WWE style, like when he changed over to that, it benefited him. It hid his lack of athleticism.
Yep.
And now that he's in more of an indie wrestling style thing, you realize like, oh, he's not very strong. He can't run. He throws bad punches. He's not that coordinated.
Yeah.
And you're like, he's kind of bad.
Yeah, his by far his biggest strength is putting matches together.
Yeah, like psychology and like the connective tissue is great.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
But everything physical,
but the execution
looks terrible.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, kind of like if he leaves, if they fire him and he quits or whatever, like I don't know if I care if he ever wrestles again.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Especially with these two back-to-back injuries.
Yeah.
Like he's like every injury is going to put you back some.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like how even good will he be when he's back from a shattered foot that will never be the same as it was.
Yeah.
He's as he said, it's like it's not 100%, but it's a new 100%.
Yeah,
it's not what it was before.
100% is 80% max.
Yeah, 100% with 16 screws in it.
Yeah,
because I guess he broke it early in the match.
Yeah,
didn't know he broke it.
And just kept going,
kept wrestling, and then as per his doctors, pulverized the bones in his foot. That fucking sucks.
That would suck. Yeah,
horrible.
That would be awful.
And then comes back and has he has 1 2-minute match.
1 2-minute match,
and then his first full length match, he rips his tricep in half.
Yeah.
So not looking great health wise.
No.
But and if he does come back, it also isn't going to be like he's not going to be. I don't think he's going to be Happy Punk. That came back after 7 years and was just excited to be in front of a wrestling crowd again. Yep. I think that ship has sailed.
And I can't imagine if he comes back, he's going to be booked that well. Like even if he is a name value, you literally rubbed everybody in a position of power the wrong way. Like even like Tony Khan can't be happy, but even guys like Jericho who like don't really put up with that shit anymore. Like they're older guys who are not going to be like, yeah, okay, cool, you were a star somewhere else and now you're a fucking diva.
Yeah. And also it should be noted, like Punk is the biggest draw in AEW.
Yeah. So, but it's not like they're not capable of making Danielson or when Omega's back full time. Like they
have a deep talent pool.
And also fine. Like in theory, once MJF wins the title, which is I think inevitable, you're gonna be able to build up faces to challenge him that will be massive. Yeah.
And for now, just hang your hat on the good boys in the company who don't cause no trouble. Bryan Danielson, oddly Jon Moxley, and Chris Jericho, but not Chris Jericho's wife because she stormed the Capitol.
Yeah, where was she on January 6th?
Look, she's got her own stuff going on.
She does.
And Chris only somewhat supports it.
Some.
Yeah.
Tax breaks.
Yeah. He's rich.
He's a rock star. He's rich, bitch.
So that's the CM Punk report.
Yeah, that is the Phil Brooks report.
Yeah, there was the news I alluded to earlier that you're not getting and you're getting next week because it's not time sensitive. And that's good. What are we at? We're at a tight 7 hours 45 minutes.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
So we should have live commentated.
If we had just commentated AEW, we'd have been done 23 minutes ago. Now we know.
Too bad, so sad.
Quite. Your thoughts?
Well, I feel like it was a solid game.
Yeah.
We tried hard.
How, if you were to rate on a percentage, how much you gave?
110.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
Always 110.
That's good numbers.
No matter what.
Yep.
Even when I'm sleepy. Even when I'm sleepy and I'm full of shit food that we ate.
Here's how good I am. Even when I'm sleepy, I give 110%. And when I'm Hunter Biden, everyone's got to shut up.